Hey everyone, it's Angela from Unlock here, and today in this video, I'm going to show you how we've added Unlock to the Scaffold-eth repo to give you a full stack solution to getting started with developing on Unlock on EVM compatible blockchains. For those of you who aren't already familiar with Scaffold-eth, you can find everything you need to know in their docs. And if you're new to blockchain development, this can be an excellent learning tool, and I'd suggest you take a little bit of time to go through the speedrun Ethereum challenges. The Scaffold-eth base stack includes Solidity, Hardhat, React, Ethers.js, and Antizide. We've added 3 additional packages: the Unlock Hardhat plugin, the Unlock Contracts package, and the Unlock Protocol paywall package. You can find the Unlock flavor of the Scaffold-eth repo under the Unlock Protocol organization and GitHub. To get started, clone the repo, change the directory into the repository, yarn install, then yarn chain. In the same directory, in a second terminal window, start your front end using yarn start. And in a third terminal window, deploy your contracts using yarn deploy. Now you can view your application in the browser window at localhost port 3000. The first thing you'll want to do is set up the unlock variables in the settings tab. Alternatively, you can edit them in the packages, React app, source, components, unlock variables file. Where it says enter deployed unlock address, you'll want to grab the unlock contract address from our docs under core protocol, unlock networks. Next, deploy a smart contract from our dashboard app and copy the contract address to enter in to the enter lock address field. Now that you've saved your unlock settings, you can see how content locking works by going through the checkout process and claiming an NFT from your lock contract. Once you've claimed an NFT from your lock contract, you can see the previously locked content displayed on the screen. Let's take a look at the code that's enabling that to work. In this React app source views folder, you can see the different tabs on the page separated into their own files. You can see that the dashboard view is using the locked content component. If we take a look at the locked content component, we can see that we've assigned a value to has valid key pulled from use unlock state hook, and preview content or locked content is displayed depending on whether the connected wallet has a valid key. This could easily be extended to include checking for multiple different locks to display variable content based on a user's subscription or membership level if more than one exists, supporting use cases like subscription tiers and membership roles with scoped access. Now let's take a look at the building blocks used in this view. Use unlock state hook, which is used to add context of unlock state, the unlock paywall component, which is used to trigger the checkout modal, and the create lock component, which is used to deploy a new lock contract. The unlock component uses the paywall package, and you can find all the details about the configuration options available for this package in our docs under Tools and Paywall. The unlock state hook found in the hook subdirectory takes a lock address and checks whether a wallet has a valid key associated with that address. You can add this state to any page, component, or view to selectively show and hide based on whether a user is holding an associated NFT. The paywall takes a JSON configuration object which customizes the way your checkout modal will look. You can build it out yourself or use the tool in the dashboard to generate a JSON object. This is really handy for visualizing how your checkout experience will look while you're building out the configuration. You can add more than one lock to the checkout and the collection of metadata to support many types of minting experiences. The Create Lock component shows you how you can use the Unlock Protocol smart contracts with Ethers.js to allow people to create membership contracts from a React front end. The contracts created this way are updatable, and you can build the ability to edit them into your application or use the Unlock dashboard app. For a complete reference to the Unlock contracts interfaces, head over to the docs and check out the core protocol section. There's so many use cases for Unlock Protocol, including digital collectibles, credentials, reoccurring or one-time subscriptions, DAO membership roles, event ticketing, and more. If you have any questions, drop into the developer channel of the Discord server at discord.unlock-protocol.com, where you can get the help that you need from the core team members and other developers in the community experienced using Unlock Protocol.